All right. Jmaine, you froze? Oh.
No,
No.
I wasn't moving.
I was about to say, you froze, bro? You got technical difficulties already?
Come on,
Holy.
don't say that. We ain't got
Yes,
time
sir.
for that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We ain't got no time for that. We here, though.
Yes, sir. We live?
We are live, and we are 11 minutes late.
Nice. Nice. Exactly what the people are used to.
Exactly,
Damn.
exactly.
Niggas got that shit up already. Sheesh. Nah, I ain't gonna front. I took a little nap. I took a little nap after the after I got back after the Games Fest, and when I woke up, I seen your message on Twitter, and it said leak. I was like, "What the fuck you talking about leak?" I got high. I see what it was, but I was like, "Yeah, crazy."
Yeah, for real. But we are here. We missed last week, people. We missed last week. We were gonna come for a show, but it's all good, man. We're gonna make it up. It wasn't really too much to talk about besides, a whole lot of PlayStation slander. I believe we were about to do that podcast, and I was about to do a whole lot of trolling that podcast. I was going, Jmaine, because I did prior to me not knowing that I wasn't gonna be able to make it. I actually made like the stream already, and I titled the stream that it's time for PlayStation gamers to get along with PC gamers. I think I made that the title of the podcast. I was about to just come in here and troll like crazy, but there wasn't much topics to even really discuss too tough. So it was cool that I that day, that was one of the days I actually had to miss. But this week we have a lot to talk about. Sure. And it's gonna be a very eventful weekend as well with the Xbox showcase on Sunday. So
it's feeling a little bit like E3 season, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Just a tad bit. We got some showcases around the industry, and Capcom got their shit coming up on Monday. Ubisoft, I think, is Monday too, and then Xbox is Sunday. So, feeling the spirit a little bit.
All right, so it's perfect. I just want to shout out everyone who's tuning into the podcast right now. Shout out to the people in the chat. Appreciate you. We see Arcade Blade X, the usuals, DX Taker 1, Rich Homie Sean, PS Rewind. Shout out to everyone who's coming through to the podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. It's going to be a good one. All right, it's going to definitely be a good one. But Jmaine, I do want to cover some of the older topics before we jump into Summer Game Fest. So we'll go over some of the old shit that we missed from last week. But this is Good Gaming, episode 36. I'm here with my boy Jmaine, the best co-host in the game, and we're about to deliver a great podcast for you guys. So, Jmaine, what were you playing these past 2 weeks? Let's start there, bro.
Yeah. So, of course, chipping away at Tears of the Kingdom. Been doing that. Going to be doing that for a while. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, they had patched y'all duplication glitch, but I'm happy. I'm sure by now y'all found another way to cheat the game.
Oh,
but
my
you know what I'm saying? I'm glad they patched that thing on up out of there. Oh shit, my fault. So other than that, I definitely finally finished up Resident Evil 4 Remake. Great game. I don't know. A lot of people be tripping on like the second portion of that game, or when you get to like the castle and beyond. But I don't know. My survival horror with a mix of like action and shit like that. I'm starting to notice that more about myself. Like that's probably why I'm a fan of like Dead Space 3 and shit like that. It's like I like it when it's for me personally, it's a nice balance, and I feel like Resident Evil 4 Remake was that as well. Great fucking game though. Like that shit is fire. Like,
fantastic. One of the best games I played this year. Definitely.
Absolutely, easily up there. So finally finished that. Actually went back to Forspoken. Believe it or not. I don't know if you got the sound bar, but yeah, I went back to
Fuck are you talking about? Shit
stinks. Chill, goddamn, chill. I was just diving back in, see if they, spiced it up a little bit more. But it actually has a few quality of life updates they added to it. Some things that streamline the gameplay. Make things as far as controls wise make more sense. They actually added a little so I know like those little cats that you find, the ones that have like wings and shit on them, I think they're called the Tanta's familiars. They actually follow you around now. So like you at any given moment, you'll see them like hovering above your shoulder and stuff like that, and they actually help pick up items in the world that you might not be directly on top of. That they'll go out and grab and bring them back to you and stuff. It's just a cool little addition to it. Like I said, some gameplay things they streamlined it more. How you select the magic, it's a little bit like easier to switch in between because it's like a big ass. Did you play it? I don't know if
I played a bit of it. I played a bit.
Yeah, so there's like a big ass wheel that you could choose between, whether it's like the type of magic or other like defenses and stuff that you could use, and they made it easier to just swap in between the things. Overall, it's still the same game, but they just made it a little bit easier.
You know what I'm curious about, Jmaine? I wonder how that PC version is running today, because the PC version wasn't the greatest. Like at the time of launch, I don't know if they have patched it up or fixed it up by now, but I don't know. Forspoken, that's like last on the list for me. I'm not getting to that game anytime soon. You know how much fire is out for you to be playing Forspoken right now, Jmaine?
Well, the only reason why I dived back in is because I was already 20 hours in. So like,
I see.
I'm like more than halfway through it. So yeah, I might as well just try and get it out of there. Plus, I could still get a couple of dollars for it once I'm done with it because I got the physical version. So I get that shit the hell up out of here.
Trade that shit in, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been going through.
The games that I've been playing is the usual Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Like, Jmaine, if you're talking about performance problems, I have a story to tell you, bro. Wait till you get to the Fire Temple. That's probably the worst part of the game that I've experienced so far when it comes to performance issues. That whole section of the game felt like it was running at like 28, 25 frames per second the entire time, bro. So wait till you get there. Like, that game has been typically a consistent experience for me for the most part. I would say, of course, it's not perfect, but that section of the game, that Fire Temple, bro, holy, it's really bad over there. But I'm still having a blast with the game. I'm over 50 hours in, 80 shrines done. I'm trying to do all 152.
Nice. Yeah, you're more than halfway there.
Yeah, and I've done 3 of the temples. I need one more. I have to do the Zora temple next, and after that, I'm pretty sure there's even more main quests to do. Talking with my boys, Trash says the game is it's not like you just finish those temples and you fight Ganon. Apparently, there's even more stuff to do. So I'm gonna be playing Tears of the Kingdom for a hot minute. That's the only reason why I haven't purchased Diablo 4 yet. I don't think I will actually just physically have the time to even dive into another massive game like Diablo 4, which I'm extremely interested in too as well. But I've been playing Tears, and what else have I been playing? I've been playing Star Wars. I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Oh yeah, since you're streaming that.
Yeah, so I'm doing this thing. Yeah, I'm doing this thing where I'm just streaming on Saturdays and Sundays at the same time at 7 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday on Twitch, and I'm doing like full game playthroughs. I'm doing a full game playthrough of Star Wars. I've been this game. I was super excited for this game. I was just holding out because, of course, it was having performance issues. But playing it on PC, it seems like they have cleared up at least enough of the game that it's actually playable for me. It's playable. It's acceptable for me. Like, I'm getting 80 and 90 frames per second on my 4090 now without ray tracing off. So it's much more playable now. And Jmaine,
you said with ray tracing off?
With ray tracing, I turned that shit off because when I'm streaming, because OBS already kind of like tanks my performance a little bit. With ray tracing, I don't even just want to have a terrible experience. And the game actually looks fantastic without it. But I will say, Jmaine, the game is really fucking good.
It's fire.
It's really fucking good. You know what I mean? So I could understand.
It was the performance that killed it for me with the PlayStation version. But I'm like, damn, what's underneath these bad
That's
frame
what I'm saying. Like at its
solid.
core, it's almost like a Tears of the Kingdom situation where some people are like can't really have a good time with Tears of the Kingdom because of the performance that they're experiencing, or they're just very sensitive to the frame rate in that game. It's almost like the same situation where like the core experience is so fantastic, like it's exceptional, you know what I mean? But it suffers some performance issues. But I'm glad to see that after like 5 patches later, in like 2 months after release, that the game is actually running at a pretty stable state for me on PC, at least with my 4090. So I've been playing that on Twitch. Like 4 hours into the game. The game is fantastic. I'm enjoying it. It's Sekiro Star Wars. It's legit Sekiro Star Wars.
Facts. Yeah.
And it's really fucking good, bro. It's really fucking good.
And they added like the new traversal mechanics and stuff like that. The companion stuff is dope as hell too. So yeah. I'm gonna get back to it though. Definitely gonna get back to it.
What's it called? Let's get into some of the topics that we missed before we jump into the Summer Game Fest. I think we should quickly go over some of them. We got reviews for Street Fighter 6 and Diablo. Yes. So Street Fighter 6 is currently, I believe, sitting at a 92 on Metacritic.
Yep, 92 on Metacritic.
That is
PS5.
What a difference, huh? From the launch of Street Fighter 5, right? What a difference.
Yeah. And it's out. It's like even when you fire up the demo, it's evident that the difference is like there, because like 5 launched so bare bones that it made sense why it was received like that. And then when you fire up the demo for this, they give you like the World Hub option, you get the arcade mode pretty much option, and then you got like the Battle Hub and stuff like that. So you see that they spent more time into making this a complete package versus what we got in Street Fighter 5. So nah, dope as hell. I haven't gotten a chance to pick it up, but I do want to eventually get it. For nothing else, just to like, fuck around with it. It's a fighting game, so goof around, play some people in the community, check out the little the World Hub mode and stuff like that. World Tour, I think. Something, I forget what it's called, but it's like that. The create your own character story mode type of thing. That was cool as hell. I heard you could even fight with those characters too.
That create your own character shit was a mistake. Let's just say it right
that
shit was a mistake. That shit was. Have you seen what some people are creating, Jmaine? What kind of monsters and deformities and nasty, like people are making the craziest looking characters. Some creatures, bro. They're monsters, bro.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, man. Like you can't.
Just straight out of Resident Evil.
For real, you can't give gamers anything, yo, and act like they can't behave normal. They can't behave normal and just make some normal looking ass people, bro. I've seen the weirdest avatars in the game. Like it's funny as hell though. I can't even lie. But Street Fighter 6, I played it a bit once again just because of everything going on in my life. I don't have as much time to play, and this would be the year that like all these fucking fire games come out too and shit like that. This would be the year, right? And I haven't been able to dive too deep into Street Fighter 6, but the time that I did play it, I'm like, yo, the mechanics are really good in the game. I'm really liking it. Between this, Mortal Kombat, which we're gonna talk about a little bit later on the podcast, and Tekken, and fuck it, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi coming back. Like, holy, fighting games are back, bro. Fighting games
is Tekken confirmed for this year? Did they ever give a release date?
Did they? I believe so, but I believe someone in the chat will correct me if I'm wrong. But I think Tekken is scheduled to come out this year. I think so.
Okay.
I may be wrong on that though. But Street Fighter, great reviews. We also got review scores for Diablo 4.
Coño.
And this is what we call top-down PC garbage. This is what we would have called that back in the day, right? But for some reason, my mind kind of opened to giving Diablo a fucking try. I'm like, after seeing footage for Diablo 4 way back, I forgot what conference or what review that they showed it. I'm like, you know what? This shit don't look half bad. The visuals are actually beautiful. First of all, that caught my attention right away. I'm like, this shit actually don't look half bad. The gameplay look kind of tough. And I'm like, you know what? I think it's time for me to try something different. So, Jamie, once the beta or the alpha or whatever came out, I gave it a go. And right away, I'm like, you know what? This game is it. This game is actually that good. It's really, really fucking good. And
so you even went back and played what was it, 2?
Yeah, I went to go play the remake of 2. I didn't end up finishing it, but I did spend a lot of time playing Diablo 2 remake with Strat, and did a couple of I think I got to like what chapter like 6 or something like that, 5, 6, one of them chapters,
right?
One of them acts, or it's probably act like 3 or 4, something like that. Put a lot of time into that, and I was having a good time. I was playing with a necromancer and stuff, and even that was fun. So once I tried the beta, I'm like, yo, just the gameplay is just so much better in the new one too, bro. Like I'm really feeling the gameplay and the quality of life changes. So I
watched a few videos. Yeah, I watched a few videos on Diablo 4, and like that's not even a game I even want to attempt to like like with all the shit that I still gotta play, it's not even something I even want to attempt to try right now.
Bro,
Like,
you might get addicted to it. You might get addicted.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even
for real.
Yeah, I don't even want to like attempt to even try to play it for the fact that I might get addicted to it, and if I do, it seems like you could sink a bunch of hours into a game like this. Like, be on some no life shit. This is all you playing over the weekend when you get off work. That's all you playing. Like, I can't do that right now. But the reviews look good. It's at an 87 on PC on Metacritic, 89 on OpenCritic. So like, it seems like the reception is very well for this game. So I don't know if it's like, is this the type of game where it's more about how it lasts over time, like with the expansions and the content updates and stuff like that?
I think even just the content available day one
is good.
It's good, and it's one of those type of games. From my understanding, is like the end game is very like important too, where like people spend crazy time in the end game type of content. So the way that it's reviewing, it seems like, you know, it got everything it needs. You know, like it got everything it needs, and it's stellar. So I can't wait to actually dive into it. My boy Strat's 50 hours into the game. I know a whole bunch of people in my Discord playing the game, having a blast with it right now. So it's I gotta finish Tears before I even attempt to play this, or I'm not gonna finish Tears. So shout out to them, man.
Doubt.
And I kind of want to piggyback off this conversation. And you know, we're looking at all the games that came out, from Dead Space remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, Metroid Prime remake, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Tears of the Kingdom, Diablo, Street Fighter, and what's ahead of us with games like Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy 16,
facts.
Lies of
Mortal
P,
Kombat.
Talk about Mortal Kombat 1. It's 2023.
Alan Wake 2.
2023 is looking to be one of the greatest years that we have had in a long time. Is it safe to say that? Shit, fucking Starfield might hit. You never know, bro, Jmaine.
Yo, if Starfield hit, dog, yeah, we gonna really be like, damn.
This one of them years.
Yeah, it's one of them years. Like, I know I had popped my shit about this year at the beginning. Not that it was bad games coming out. It was
just more so remakes and
remasters that were dominating like the conversations and shit like that. Now
but
we're starting to see more things come out. Yeah,
it's like, I think I even failed to mention games like, you know, the cool games that maybe didn't get so much attention, but like the Octopath Travelers 2, right?
For sure.
Which was really good. And I believe Fire Emblem Engage came out this year. Am I not lying? I believe Fire Emblem Engage came out this year.
I think it did.
Which is another good game which I started to, that I'm really enjoying, that I just don't have the time to play, bro. Like, it's just, this year is literally packed with games. Like, I think, honestly, if you say you have nothing to play, it's a you problem at this point. Like, it's something wrong with you. There's too much games out right now that are quality, that are available to play right now, for you to be sitting around saying that, you know, this is not a good year for gaming, or gaming's in a slouch right now. Nah, you bugging. That one, you have to say it's a you problem at this point, because there's a lot.
It's definitely something for everybody.
Yeah,
definitely something for everybody.
Exactly.
No, what I was gonna say, I don't know if you shit, even like Hogwarts and stuff. I don't know if you mentioned that.
We didn't even mention Hogwarts.
Little gems like Hi-Fi Rush, like those are pretty good games.
Yeah.
That come out, and then we got like other smaller titles too that I'm looking forward to. I think that Sea of the Stars. I don't know if that's the one that's by the people that made Journey and shit like that. I don't know if that's that one.
Oh no, the sword game, the one that with the surfing.
Oh
yeah.
I am. That's not Sea of the Stars. You're right. It's something else.
Yeah. I think Sea of the Stars is another game that people are looking forward to as well. I know a couple people gassing up that game, saying that game is gonna be really good too. Sea of the Stars or some shit like that.
Assassin's Creed Mirage
is coming out this year too.
Definitely going to pick that up.
It's a big year, man. It's definitely a big year, and gamers are winning. Gamers are definitely winning this year.
Sure. Oh man.
Let's talk about some bad news, Jmaine.
Oh God. We were
supposed to talk about this last week, but we weren't here.
It's the real reason why we wasn't here, because I was depressed.
Jamie was depressed. Didn't I tell you something was up? Didn't I tell you something was up? I told you something was up, bro.
I couldn't, like, I had too much respect for Naughty Dog to be like, nah, it's been so long. Like, they gotta have something. Like, it can't be like that bad. And lo and behold, the shit is that bad. And of course, we're talking about The Last of Us
Break it down. Yeah.
multiplayer, aka Factions 2, aka this shit might not even ever come out.
Yo, Jmaine, the writing has been on the wall. When has Naughty Dog revealed a game and not shown anything in this amount of time, bro? They revealed this back in 2019 that yeah, we're working on a standalone multiplayer game in 2019, bro. It's 2023, and all we got is a concept art. If you don't think these boys are struggling making this game, then something's wrong. If y'all just in denial. I know Naughty Dog is a reviewer studio. They make great single player games, but that's their their forte. That's like what they're known for. Making a live service multiplayer experience is a totally different thing, and I don't know if it flexes their strengths. I don't doubt that they could create something, but the way that they were talking about this Factions is like they wanted it to be super ambitious. They didn't want to just do no regular PvP, which it sounds like maybe they should have just dedicated a little team and launched a regular little PvP mode for The Last of Us Part 2 with a couple of maps.
Especially since it seems like they like dedicated a whole team to this. Like it seems like this is not something. It's like something that they wanted to make bigger and put more money behind to it. But it's like for their first time doing like a standalone multiplayer thing, I just don't think it was a great idea for them to go so ambitious. Just like improve on what we already had, I think would have been sufficient enough. Nobody was expecting them to go and make this grandiose. It was sounding almost like a fucking The Division type of game where it's got to be a lot of like PvE elements to it and, probably some PvP to go along with it. And maybe like, just a regular death match or what they call supply rate in the game was probably might have been there, but not as, as fleshed out as we would have wanted. So I think they should have just scaled it back. I know hindsight is 2020, but even from the beginning, I was always just like, I don't care what they do with the PvE shit. Just make sure that the classic PvP shit is there. And to hear now that it's like in shambles, they're like taking people off of the team. They're possibly scaling back the whole project in itself. Is like, come on, dog.
J-Man, what if I told you that I believe that Naughty Dog didn't want to make this shit at all, and they were probably just pressured by fans and a little bit of backlash? That they probably didn't want to do this shit at all.
I would disagree with that only because I don't think fans wanted whatever they was talking about they making. Like people that play Factions, if you told them that the next Factions was going to sound or was looking to be more like The Division, people would have been like, nah, we don't want that. Like if you told us that Factions was better maps, maybe a few new mechanics. I don't know
why not include this in the base game. If you were planning on making a multiplayer this entire time, Jmaine, why not include in the Last of Us Part 2 like they did with the first one? Why not?
Because it got so big. Well, so one thing is, I don't think Naughty, like you said, single player is their bread and butter. So they're gonna anything that is maybe hindering the single player experience from being top notch. They're gonna make sure that all the resources is there. Shit, the multiplayer for Last of Us 1 got revealed a week before the game came out. Like that shows you how much they don't really. They don't even give a fuck. Yeah, like they didn't care.
The reality is, I always felt to be good. I know some people are gonna say this is blasphemous, and I don't give a fuck because I always felt like their multiplayer games were tacked down, but they were just like good enough that people enjoyed it. I always felt that their multiplayer games were never the main event of none of their games, bro. They always felt tacked on to me.
While not the main event, they still ended up being good. Like I feel like their multiplayer games offered almost everything that other multiplayer games were doing, like map packs and like updates and stuff like that. So like I feel like it was good enough for them, but yeah, it wasn't the main course like you said. No. So for you to feel like it's tacked on, I guess, but it didn't play like a tacked on multiplayer game to me. Like Tomb Raider, that was a tacked on multiplayer that played like it too. Like that shit was ass. But I think Naughty Dog, like they had a little something there, and if they would have just focused all the extra resources into making that better rather than trying to expand it into something more, I think they would have been high.
So it seems like the rumor is, before we wrap up this topic, the rumor is that Bungie, Sony acquired Bungie to kind of oversee all the live service games that PlayStation is currently making because they clearly know what they're doing. They have been extremely successful with franchises like Halo, right? franchises like Destiny, which has been going on for like 10 years now, right? Even though some people complain about it, but they picked it off the ground and they turned it into something that people look forward to, and they have a lot of recurring and concurrent players, right? Yeah. So apparently Bungie took a whiff at that Last of Us multiplayer and told them niggas that this ain't it. You know what they told? You know what they said exactly?
That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
That's so Bungie pretty much came in and said that to them, and like Jmaine said, Sony's like, nah, Sony's like, nah, we ain't having y'all drop a dud. we ain't having y'all drop a dud. So they scaled it back. Jason Schreier came out with the story that pretty much a lot of the team has been like scaled back, and Naughty Dog came out in their little press release talking about single player. They're making a single player. Why the fuck would they mention a single player in the apology post for Factions 2? Because that was the bait. No, because that was the bait and switch. That was the look, we ain't really cooking up nothing over here, but guess what, guys? We are making a brand new single player game. You know what I mean?
And since most people care about the single player,
you see,
a lot of the headlines are going to be, Naughty Dog is working on a new single player game that they're going to be revealing soon. Exactly. The whole fucking conversation shifted. It's been 4 fucking years since we've heard that Factions was going to be something bigger. And now nobody gives a fuck anymore. Like, people already didn't give a fuck before. Now they really don't give a fuck. I don't even give a fuck anymore. I'm like,
when they made that post,
it's dead. It's dead.
Jimmy, when they made that post, I went ahead and clicked like the quote retweets in it, and I started reading. People were like, but that single player though. You see, I'm like, oh, they got him. I'm like, Naughty Dog got him, bro. They got these guys.
Fucking marketing or whatever you call that.
Was like smart.
Apology, PR, great PR. That's what that shit is.
That was smart
great
to add that
PR
in there.
spin. They knew. They fucking knew. So, yeah, I guess Bungie is like, nigga, Bungie came through and they swinging their dick around over there. Apparently, it's Bungie that's been like, really putting the hammer down on a lot of the shit. We heard about the Deviation Games shit being like a lot of layoffs over there, and that game possibly being canceled. Probably was Bungie too that went over there. Like, can this be sustainable over time? Because that seems like what they're looking for is a game that can be popular and sustainable for a long time. And so Bungie is
the dream is dead.
They daddy over there.
It's time to move on, people. The dream is dead.
Yeah, I moved on. I'm not. You ain't gonna ever hear me like asking for Factions no more. Like if they show it, they show it. But it's been 4 years. Like I went beyond my typical like litmus to not even litmus, like my typical expiration date. Because I usually like if you show me or tell me about a game, you got 2 years to show me gameplay. If I don't see gameplay in 2 years, then I don't give a fuck about the game no more. This is 4 years.
It's been more than
This is 4 years. So I went beyond my fucking expiration date because it's Naughty Dog, and they just, I should have been like jumped off the boat.
Yeah. But you know what they did come out and announce, Jmaine? Another PC port. Another PC
shit.
So
imagine if this shit was at the showcase. Lord.
Shit, it would have been better than showing fucking Gran Turismo. Like the hell? I would have preferred seeing this than Gran Turismo. So
yeah.
Take this in. Ratchet and Clank is coming to the PC. The game that was only possible on the I gotta troll a little bit. The game that was only possible on the PS5, built from the ground up on the PS5 to use its super through IO through output, whatever these nerds be talking on the timeline.
The SSD.
The SSD. PC can't do this.
Yeah.
This technology in the PS5 is foreign. It's alien technology, nigga. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, no PC.
But all of a sudden,
had that SSD.
But all of a sudden, Ratchet and Clank is coming to PC. And it's coming with even more features that's available in the PlayStation 5, by the way. It's coming with ray tracing shadows, which is not on the PS5. It's coming with ultra-wide support. It's coming with a whole bunch of features like DLSS. All the bells and whistles pretty much. And the studio behind this is Nixxes, so it's going to be a great port. PlayStation acquired Nixxes themselves to make ports. And
they should have did the fucking Last of Us shit.
You know what? This was actually a surprise for me, Jmaine. I didn't expect this one.
Yeah,
I didn't expect this one was next.
Okay, yes. Not to be next. No, you're right. Yes, because it's a couple other games that I would have thought would have came before this. Fucking Ghost of Tsushima.
I thought Ghost. I thought maybe Demon Souls too.
Demon Souls 2 was shit. Demon Souls when it was first revealed, remember? Didn't that shit say PC? And
it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, that was one that we was like, hold up, because that's when the initiative first like got off the ground, and we was like, hold up, they already like announcing games coming to PC. We thought that was gonna be day and date, but it's definitely coming. But I think the Insomniac games, like they have a great formula going over there when it comes to porting their games to PC. And so I think they just decided, let's put our all our eggs into this Ratchet and Clank real quick. That way we can knock out what Insomniac has going, because that
makes a lot of sense. You know what?
They deserve that. They deserve that.
Nix, if you know, Nix's, they've been working only on Insomniac games since they got acquired. I don't know if you haven't noticed. The only ports that they have done is Spider-Man Remastered and Spider-Man Miles Morales, and now they're doing Ratchet and Clank. So clearly they're just extremely familiar with whatever engine that Insomniac is using. And like you said, it maybe is like, since we're already here and we kind of know what we're doing with this engine, why not just port Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart over and just be done with it?
Right.
So yeah, I'm surprised to see this one, but I'm glad it's coming to PC. I don't know how well this is gonna do with the PC audience, but it's cool to have. I think it's gonna do okay. Like, I feel like with these PC releases, at the end of the day, they have legs. They have long legs. Because right now, if you check how much people are playing like Spider-Man, like I looked the other time, there was like 5,000 people still playing Spider-Man, and stuff like that. So I think at the end of the day, God of War, there's still a lot of people playing God of War. There's still a lot of people playing, Horizon on Steam. If you go check the concurrent players, and these
that
games have legs,
flop though. That Returnal flop though. Ain't nobody
that's a surprise. That's a surprise. I haven't checked
like 96 people on that shit right now.
That's a surprise. What's up? I wonder what's up with that IP that nobody wants to play it. Clearly, the PlayStation mans are not interested in. PC mans are not. What's up with that game that nobody wants to play it?
I don't know. I wonder.
That game's a fucking good game.
What's the price on it for on Steam?
I think
it
might be $10 cheaper than a full price game. It might be $10 cheaper.
Oh, it's still 60. Nah, that price got to come down. I think that's his problem right now.
You think that was a problem on consoles as well?
Absolutely. And I'm a fan of Housemarque games. $70 was way too much for that game.
But I disagree. I disagree though. I think that game was actually worth every penny though. That's the funny thing.
It wasn't a worth it thing for me with Housemarque. It's a brand recognition and the style of game that it was. I don't think it resonated with a large audience enough for it to be charged $70. A lot of people don't know about Housemarque, so they gotta like do a lot of groundwork in terms of like coming out and trying to charge you $70. And at that time, the whole conversation was about why the fuck are games $70 anyway? Like, I don't think Returnal was the game you looked at. It was like, oh yeah, this looks like something that's worth $70. Now, if you played it and you enjoyed it, you was like, absolutely, it's worth that price. But I don't think out the gate, people coming in from the outside looking in, it was like, nah, this ain't. I'm good.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that like people didn't check out the game in general. And I ain't just only talk about PC mans, PlayStation dudes watching. I ain't talking about y'all didn't check that shit out either. I be seeing y'all saying Returnal is not like. I've been seeing people talk about it even in the PlayStation community that like a lot of y'all didn't even end up buying Returnal or y'all don't fuck with it for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just too hard for some people, but I don't know.
I almost dropped that shit at the beginning because it was buggy.
You had problems, right? Yeah, a lot of people had problems. I was like one of those few people, no bullshit, on consoles when I played it. I had zero issues, zero crashing issues, none of that problems happened to me, which was really weird.
Yeah, you definitely got blessed. But it was so good that it was one of those games that I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just roll with the punches and keep playing it, and hopefully it goes through. And they patched it up quick, but it was definitely fucked up at the beginning. But real quick, back on the Ratchet. The SSD though, like, what's gonna happen when they playing it on PC and it's a hard drive instead of an SSD?
That's what I'm saying.
We gotta see if it's gonna be load times. What's gonna happen?
This should open because I find that sometimes I'm subjective to this too. It happens to even people who try to look at things with a critical eye most of the times. But hopefully, when this comes out on PC and you see it running on specs lower than the PS5, then you guys, some of y'all won't just believe anything y'all hear and believe all this PR shit that people be spewing to sell their product. Because I do feel like those type of phrases that they be using when they're marketing the game, Jmaine, like only possible with the power of the PS5 or the SSD. I feel like a lot of times when companies say this, it's a whole lot of cap and it's a whole lot of bullshit, bro. You have to remember these guys are trying to sell you something too, right? So they're gonna big it up to the max, right? So
I do think it's fluff.
yeah.
But I also think how they get away with stuff like that, like say if we was to ever take them to court or something like that, they could just be like we was talking about previous PlayStation hardware. Like so like if they say like, oh, it's only the power of the PS5 that this is possible, they could be like, well, this wouldn't be possible with the speeds or the technology and the architecture and the PS4, and maybe they can get away with that.
Yeah,
but
they won't get in trouble with that, but they won't get in trouble with like no class action lawsuit. I think PlayStation Max can't suit up for this shit, but it's just interesting to see, you know, and hopefully people going forward they won't fall for such the PR jargon and the sales pitches and stuff like that. But Ratchet and Clank coming to PC, that's cool. I'm definitely gonna be checking it out.
Did they announce a price?
I think they did. I think they did. I think it's
like,
all of it is
it's
expensive.
$50.
Right? I think it's all of it is expensive, bro. You know what I mean? All of it is expensive. But I think that's the brilliant thing that PlayStation is doing with the PC initiative, right? They launch these games at full price and they make it like, and they launch it like maybe a year or 2 years later at $10 cheaper, right? And they make some money, bro.
Oh, it's 60. It's 60. Okay.
They're making money off this.
60, all the bells and whistles.
I know one. Y'all come and y'all see the sales report. Some of y'all laugh and be like, "Yo, what is this?" But clearly, it's enough for PlayStation, right? Clearly, if they're still doing it.
Oh yeah.
All right. If it wasn't worth it, they wouldn't do it, right? Maybe to port these games don't cost as much, as we think. Maybe don't cost as much, and the return is really high for them. So, and as long as they keep on dropping games on PC, their presence on PC will also grow. You know.
Yep. Once they see, with more people see that they're serious about it and shit like that.
Exactly. The presence on PC will grow over the years, and the game sales will also improve because of that. So,
indeed.
Yeah. So Ratchet on PC coming out July 26th, I believe. So check it out if you haven't played it. It's a solid game. Not my favorite Ratchet and Clank, but it's a solid experience. Yeah, it's a solid experience.
Shit, by a long shot, to be honest. I think a lot of the PS3 ones was better.
Yeah, the funny thing is.
Ones.
Oh my god, y'all fried me. I'm gonna find that PSP episode where I said, yo, you know what? I think I was telling him and Jack, like Ratchet and Clank really Rift Apart really ain't that good, like in comparison to like the other Ratchet and Clanks. And that day,
I feel like you had it early or some shit like that.
Nah, I don't even think I did have it early. And y'all were coming at
I know you was
crazy.
You was ahead of me for sure because
I said that on the pod and y'all were coming at me crazy at the time. Then 2 a couple of months later, people were saying, you know what, Ratchet and Clank low key even it lacks content compared to. I'm like, when I said this, y'all were killing me, bro.
I think you was ahead of me, but yeah, like at the time, I mean, I could only speak of what I played, but after you beat it, you realize like all the shortcomings and shit, the repeated like boss fights and the fucking the fact that they dropped the ball with Rivet and Ratchet still don't make no sense to me, especially when this is the same studio, or not directly the same, I know they're different teams, but these are the same people that did Miles Morales and Spider-Man, 2 completely different Spider-Man. So why they couldn't give us 2 completely different linebackers with Rivet and Ratchet? Like, I know it's supposed to be Ratchet from another dimension, but still, like, yes, they different dimension characters have different attributes.
Your Black Dragon is not even nostalgia or anything for the previous games. Yeah, visually this is the best looking Ratchet and Clank, but we're talking about gameplay wise. It actually is one of the Ratchet Clanks with the least amount of content if you really take it in. Like it really does got the least amount of content in there. Maybe that's why they didn't charge a full retail price for the game. They didn't, right? When it launched?
No, this was 70.
They did. Oh my god.
This was 70.
I saw they charged $10 cheaper. I guess I'm wrong. Oh well, moving on. Let's talk about everybody's favorite game, our personal game of the year, Redfall, Jmaine.
Redfall, aka Deadfall. So a report came out from Bloomberg. I think Jason Schreier was on this one, highlighting the pretty much the development hell or development cycle of what we had over there at Arcane Studios in terms of Redfall and just how the whole inception of the game, to be honest. And he talked about pretty much that after a lot of the single player games from Arcane Studios flopped or didn't meet like sales expectations, especially like with games like Prey, which seems to be something that like a game that was praised by the community, but it didn't sell as well. The higher ups in the suits was like, listen, we need to get something out there that is going to probably give us continuous income, something with multiplayer to keep people engaged for a long time, and something that can give us some money to come back in. So they wanted to try and incorporate the Arcane Studios single player magic into a multiplayer game that had microtransactions. And a lot of the former, because now they're former, a lot of the former developers there was not happy about that because they were used to and excited about making single player games. And so over the time of the development of Redfall, a lot of those developers left, a lot of the veterans left. And so they were just getting people in there, anybody. They was getting anybody in there to try and get this game going and make it what it is, or what their vision was at least. And so it seemed like some of the developers wanted when they got bought out by Microsoft, some of the developers wanted Microsoft to secretly come in there and cancel that shit. But it seemed like management wanted to be on board. It was on board with the vision of Redfall, but the developers were like, some of the developers was like, nah, this ain't it. And so a lot of it was like a lack of direction. A lot of the development team wasn't passionate about it. And so it all makes sense why Redfall is what it is and why it came out the way it is. So, while we gotta, of course, put the blame on Arcane Studios as well, because it seems like the management wanted to do something like this. And I think they said microtransactions was in this game, but they scrapped it at, like a few years into, I think it's like 2021, they scrapped it out the game. So they was seemed like they were trying to salvage whatever type of, single player style experience they could keep with this game. Mm-hmm. But they definitely deserve blame for that bullshit that they put out. And I still give Xbox blame for this. I still feel like they should have canceled this shit. I really do. Yeah. I really still feel like they should again. I know they said they were hands off and shit like that, and now we pretty much got confirmation about that. It's like they still should have came in and canceled this shit.
Yeah, Xbox should have known they would have got the blame for it regardless, even if they were hands off. Because as soon as you acquire the studio and you become first party, then now all of a sudden we're looking at your games at a different light, right? Because once again, first party games are supposed to showcase the hardware. It's supposed to be the games that are special, right? That are special to the platform, right? So the fact that this was Microsoft's first 70, this is the game that they raised the price on, Jmaine. This is their first like $70 game or whatever it costs in America, $90 over here.
Yeah. After learning all of this, that's a crazy decision,
right? They shouldn't have done that because it makes them look absolutely nuts, right? That this is the game that they decided to increase the price on. And with all the drama that's going on with this, you're right. It probably should have got canceled, but I guess they just wanted to force it out and cut their losses. But it was just an interesting development hearing that most of the team actually left.
Yeah, a lot of veterans left.
Yeah, a lot of veterans left, and they did not want to make this shit at all. Clearly,
and I tweeted about this. Like, I think this is a big issue in the gaming industry. Period. Is that like a single player game might flop or might not meet sales expectations, and the suits come in and they like, listen, we got to make something that's going to bring the revenue in, even if people might not like it the best, but they can look at it, but I could spend some money here. Something that's going to give us revenue after the game comes out, after they spend their initial purchase. And that's why you get these multiplayer games. But then the people that love and like to make single player games, they leave it. They don't want to make no multiplayer or microtransaction filled game. And they go and form their own studio. So now you got this microtransaction multiplayer game being made by whoever the fuck you can find that want to make some shit like this.
I know.
And it just lacks soul.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, sad to see. But shit, it's also probably why PlayStation is getting into the live service initiative too, because these single player games, they cost a lot of fucking money to make.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. Yo.
Yeah, and usually it's just that $60 or $70 people pay, and that's it. But they want to get some more games out there that they can get continuous revenue on. So I get it all, but it just sucks to see, and I just want if the industry is going now, they just got to put more passion and love and care into these multiplayer games, because a lot of that shit be bullshit, man. A lot of
For
it,
real.
it's fucking trash.
For real. All right. So in other news, let's move on. Let's talk about some hardware real quick. The MetaQuest 3 got unveiled this past week.
Yes.
And Jmaine, what's your initial thoughts of it? I think it looks pretty
Um,
sleek. I think it looks pretty cool. They say that
I
it's
don't like the
twice
front
as,
of it.
they
I don't
say
like
they
that
say
front part.
they say it's twice as strong. As
Yeah.
twice as strong as the original Oculus or the Quest 2. And if you guys don't know, this is a standalone VR headset. I think the price that they got going for it right now is $499.
Yep.
I think you're saying you don't like the design, but I think the design is cool. It seems like they reduced the size a lot. But I wonder why you say you don't like. Is it the cameras, the three little cameras in the
Yeah,
front?
it's the three cameras on the front.
But
That
isn't
throws
that
me
for
off. That shit look weird.
Isn't that for AR or correct me? Or isn't that for like? Isn't that's what they're doing with this? Like pass through AR?
Pass through it. Yeah, probably stuff like that. No, it definitely like makes sense why it's there. After seeing it, I just kind of, if they was gonna do that, I wish they would have went more like the Apple route.
The Apple route? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Not the price wise,
don't fucking
but
play
just
with me,
visual wise. Like those cameras, like they look big enough to the point where it's like just make the whole front just a complete. I don't know what the material would be, but where it looks more like the Apple Pro shit. I don't know. That shit look weird.
I'm keeping it a buck. If I'm buying another VR headset, this is the VR headset I'm buying, bro.
Yeah, because it could play everything, and then it's also wireless. So
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, you don't have
the price
limitations.
It's wireless, connected to my PC wirelessly or wired if I want to get full resolutions or whatever. I have access to hundreds of games.
Yeah, I think it's at 500 from the Quest 2 library.
Yeah, so automatically, my games are backwards compatible. The ones that I already bought for Quest 2 as well.
Yep.
If I'm buying a VR headset, this is the one that I'm buying. I'm not super big into VR. I hardly use it, and the price point for this is what I like. And I mean, a nice little $499. A nice little $499 for like 128 gig model of the headset, I believe. So I don't know. I'll probably pick it up on a little bit of a sale. I'm not running out to buy any VR headset, to be honest, at this point in my life. But if I could catch it out like on a sale or a bundle or something cool, then I might pick it up eventually.
Did you watch the MetaQuest showcase that they had?
No,
where
but
they were showing off some games.
But I did see that they announced a whole bunch of new games, and it's actually sharing quite a few games with the PlayStation VR too. Have you noticed?
Yeah, but they also had some shit on there. I was like, damn, that shit look fire. There was this game called, it's actually a sequel. It's called Asgard's Wrath. That shit looked dope as hell. For a VR, like VR style game, and then the Bulletstorm VR, which I think is also coming to PSVR as well.
I think that's coming to PSVR
that looks
as well.
Yeah, that looks good too. The Attack on Titan VR game looks interesting. I want to see more of it. Because it's just like a concept trailer, but I can only imagine like that traversal and combat and VR is probably fucking insane. With the Attack on Titan. And then there was another one that I saw that looked pretty good. Damn, I can't find it right now. But yeah, it was a few games that I saw that was like, okay, this is looking to take the VR, or at least attempting to take VR to the next level on how good the shit looks.
Yeah, we knew this was coming out. I remember a lot of people were like flaming Oculus or Meta because of the remember their other headset. I think they called it the Meta Pro or some shit like that.
Oh
yeah.
It
was like $1,500 when people were frying them, but we knew all along like that wasn't for like gamers. So this is the one that's for gamers and
that was pretty much their answer to the Apple shit. Like that's what that was.
Let's quickly
this
talk
is
about
for the
this
games.
Apple shit, bro. I watched the whole Apple WWDC 23 shit. I watched the whole thing, and because I did hear that Apple was gonna unveil their headset, and I was very interested to see, because I think I said on this podcast as well that I feel like once Apple gets into the ring with virtual reality, because since its fan base is so fucking loyal and they literally buy every product, that
everything
maybe we'll start actually seeing VR and AR stuff go more mainstream and get adopted by more people.
Right.
But after watching this, I'm like, this shit is like, some of the technology. Yo, this shit is some cool shit.
Yeah,
this one has no control. You don't use no control or anything. You use your eyes, your hands. Apparently, the eye tracking technology is years and leagues better than anything on the market right now, like the eye tracking technology and stuff. And,
right.
The shit is impressive. I can't lie. But once we got to the end of that presentation, Jmaine, and I seen that motherfucking price point, the Apple Vision Pro costs $3,500 American. It costs $4,700 Canadian. Nigga, that's a car, bro. That's a beater. That's a beater. Yeah. So people have been damage controlling the price, saying that, yo, this is just a generation 1, and they might be right. This is called the Vision Pro, right? Does that mean that there's going to be a light version or an S version down the line? People are saying that this product is just to get to the hands of developers and stuff like that so they can create apps and for it. And maybe a couple of years down the line, the price will come down with a cheaper model or something like this. But right now, as just a consumer watching this, who in their right mind is going to pay this much money for this? Who? Besides, like, you just got to be loaded to cop something like that.
The Apple heads. Apple heads. You're going to see motherfuckers posing with this Apple Vision Pro. You know how they used to do the Gucci goggles?
3,000.
So yeah, niggas used to buy the Gucci goggles and take pictures with the shit sideways, with the lenses on the side of their head. Motherfuckers gonna be doing the same shit with this Apple Pro shit, man. You gonna see motherfuckers walking around with this shit with a 2-hour battery life.
I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if I
What's good with battery lives in technology, dog? Can we? I see your tweet.
Yeah,
Can we do something about that? 2 hours.
But I swear to
God, you can
like,
take it on an airplane. What flight is 2 hours?
Bro,
That's like from Albany to New York City. What the fuck
every
is that?
fucking technology when it comes to hardware is like advancing at a rapid rate, but it seems like battery technology is not, because like clearly it can't keep up. We got the Steam Deck, we got these ROG allies, we got even the Oculus, we got even the Apple Vision Pro. All of these, the battery life for all of these shit is really fucking short, bro. It seems like everything is advancing extremely fast, and battery life technology can't keep up with the advancements, because this shit can't last. You're paying $3,000 for something that lasts 2 hours, bro.
Right.
2 hours. And people you're promoting sports and movies, and the funny thing is, like, these days movies are longer than 2 hours. You can't even sit through an entire. You can't even sit that through an entire movie on the flight, bro. What's going on, bro?
You start the next Spider-Man movie, fucking in the headset. You gotta finish it on your phone and shit. Like, what the downgrade?
Bro.
What sports like watching experience is 2 hours? Like baseball games ain't 2 hours. Basketball games ain't 2 hours. Football games ain't 2 hours. Like those shit like 3 hours long. Like nah. So you can't. You gotta use shit at the house.
The tech is cool, but I still think we're a few years away from something like this becoming mainstream. They gotta size it down a lot too, and they gotta make that actually last longer than 2 hours. I don't know. I think this will cater to a certain audience, and that audience will slowly grow. But before this gets like mass adoption, I think the tech still needs to improve. But it's cool to see that Apple's jumping into the ring and throwing their hat in it, and hopefully it will help grow this industry. Help push it forward ultimately. So I guess that's good news, right?
Yeah, for sure. This definitely gonna test who the real Apple heads are. I'm interested to see who gonna have this for sure.
Whoever get this on the timeline, I'm roasting. And I'm pocket watching. If you might chat and you bought one of these and you ain't donate, holy, I would be like Jack moving this motherfucker, bro.
Get them goddamn donations up, Applehead.
All right, so now we're starting to get to the shit. We're gonna be talking about Summer Game Fest just now, but we have one more topic that I actually want to talk about before we get into that. Aaron Greenberg has been popping this shit on the timeline, Jmaine.
You know Sony down bad publicly and social media wise when Aaron Greenberg is able to get his shit off. Aaron fucking Greenberg.
He came out and said there will be no movie trailers or TV show trailers at our showcase. He said that our first party game.
Gunshots.
Yo, hold on.
Yeah,
I gotta lick off on 1-2.
Look at 1-2 shots. Look a shot.
Aaron Greenberg also said that all of our first party games will be shown in it will be real gameplay or in-engine or in-engine with cinematics or gameplay with cinematics. They said there's going to be no CGI for none of their first-party games.
Ooh, no full CGI trailers. So you're not
no sandwiches,
a spaceship and a sandwich and a title screen, and that's it. None of that.
You've been popping this shit. And I'm hoping that Xbox fucking delivers when it comes to this showcase, because we need it after these mid to decent showcases that we've been getting. So we need a really good showcase from one of them. And Jmaine, we seen a leak hit the timeline. Now, at this point, everybody knows. So I don't know if I'm spoiling it for anybody. I ain't gonna show the trailer here because I don't want to get flagged. But
they take your whole shit down.
Even
though they leaked it.
It seems like one of Microsoft's big announcements got leaked today, which is unfortunate because this is kind of a big deal for them, right? Mm-hmm. They're the box that people don't expect to get JRPGs, but a certain franchise is hitting Game Pass first and coming to Xbox. So if you don't know, if you didn't see, you've been living under a rock. Persona 3 remake is real. It's called Persona 3 Reloaded. Atlas actually leaked this fucking trailer themselves on their TikTok or their social media
Instagram.
Yeah. They leaked the fucking trailer themselves. Microsoft can't catch a break, bro. Sometimes I feel bad for them. And it's been revealed that Persona 3 Remake, aka Persona 3 Reloaded, will be launching in Game Pass day one. So I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be a big announcement for Microsoft at their showcase too, because you already know.
I heard rumors that it was going to be there.
Yeah.
Getting Japanese support
was supposed to be important to Phil Spencer and them, as well as another Persona game got unveiled to be coming to Game Pass day one. It's called Persona 5 Tactics. So it's another spin-off of Persona 5. They just won't let that.
They won't let Persona 5 die. They won't. They
you know what? But Persona 5 is their most profitable Persona, so maybe that's why.
It is. Oh, they found the one that they could do some shit like this with. they know better. They're like, oh shit, like everybody fucking with Persona 5. So we got Persona 5 OG. Then they came out with
Strikers.
Royal. No, before Strikers. Was Royal before Royal? Yeah,
one
Royal.
Of them.
Yeah, Royal, Strikers, and now Tactics. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, they're going crazy with the Persona 5 content.
We probably gonna get a Persona 5 fighting game too.
Yeah. So it's coming out. To Game Pass day one, and I'm sure that was supposed to be Microsoft's big announcement when it comes to JRPG. So some people say
Persona 3.
I think that is.
No, that's definitely a big announcement.
That's a big announcement for them.
That's a big announcement. First of all, Persona 3 remake period is a big announcement.
That is,
and then for them to get it in Game Pass, that's a big announcement.
Yeah, it is.
And Persona 3, I did watch the trailer. It looks kind of looking like Persona 5. I ain't gonna lie, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
which is
you already
a good
know me.
thing.
Persona 5 was my first one. I'm a Persona. I always say this. I've been saying this. I'm not a Persona fan. I'm a Persona 5 fan. I went back to play 4. I couldn't really get into it because it's obviously older. It lacks the quality of life things that were in Persona 5. But if Persona 3 remake makes it play more like 5 and has that sort of quality of life and improvements, I'm definitely gonna be checking it out, man. I do like turn-based RPGs and stuff like that, so I'm definitely gonna be there day one. I'm probably not gonna be day one Game Pass because I'm gonna buy this shit, bro. I want a physical copy and I want one for my PC on the Steam Deck too. It's gonna be one of those type of games that'll be perfect for the Steam Deck. So
facts.
I'm definitely in there.
I'm surprised y'all in the chat don't think that's a big announcement. That confuses me. I don't understand how.
Persona 3 remake. How's that not a big announcement?
Yeah.
Maybe they feel like Xbox fans don't play no JRPGs, so it's not a big announcement for them. But I imagine if PlayStation came out and announced Persona 3 remake.
That's what I'm saying. Crazy. Like, if PlayStation announced the fucking Bloodborne remake, like people will go crazy or remaster. And why do people not think it's a big announcement? Because like Persona games don't sell well or something like that, or I don't know. Because
I think that's changing too. Because
Bloodborne didn't sell well. Like, and people were still excited.
And I think that's changing too because. Like we were just saying, with Persona 5 being like the most successful one, I think a lot more eyes are starting to the franchise is getting a lot more eyes on it, and you never know. Maybe if they drop a Persona 6, it might even exceed what Persona 5 did. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see.
I hope we get an announcement for Persona 6 though.
All right, Jmaine, let's get into the Summer Game Fest.
Summertime.
Unlike the PlayStation Showcase, we're not gonna go over every single announcement there. We're just gonna talk about the announcements that were super dope that we enjoyed. But before we get into that, I actually wanna just get a overall temperature check on the overall Summer Game Fest. Is this the best Summer Game Fest that we have had so far?
Oh, oh,
It might be, right? Because usually they be super shit, like super shit.
I can't recall. I can't
You can't recall
most
them.
of them. I can't to even give you an answer, dog. Shit, is it? Maybe.
I think it is. I think it's safe to say.
Wait, how many? He started it in 2020, right?
Yeah, so we've only had what? This is our third one?
It's our third. No, fourth one. Because it'll be
Fourth one?
2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. So, okay. Summer.
You're gonna, don't tell me you're gonna go look. You're gonna go look. I remember them being buns, Jmaine. I remember them being buns.
I just
think
can't.
Death Stranding might have been one like the only announcements there. That was like a big announcement at one point in time. But I think I think this might be the best one that they have done so far.
Oh, 2021 was ass. Holy shit.
You're looking at the announcements?
Yeah, 2021 was ass.
They've been really bad.
I think the best thing at 2021 was the Elden Ring shit at the end.
Yeah, I think
typically, I don't remember 2022.
With the past ones, they might have one, literally legit, just one good game there. But with this one, I felt like we've seen multiple good games that I would definitely play at this.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
So I did do a poll, and 150 people voted in this poll in our chat. They have great right now. Most people have voted that it's a C. Most people have voted that it's a C.
They got a little bit higher than me, but I would put it at like a D, maybe like a 6 out of 10. It was a good start, I think. Like the first hour, it was going at a great pace. Had a nice
first hour was good.
Nice announcements, and gameplay was being shown. Shit, after the Sony shit, it was like, damn, dog, can we get some gameplay? So gameplay was being shown. But that second hour, it was struggling.
Yeah, the second hour was
I definitely toned out. It was like after Spider-Man, it was like after that announcement came out, the release date, I was kind of like in and out of the showcase until
the funny
like the
thing
very
is,
end.
J-Man, if they just showed like the last game that they revealed right after the Spider-Man ended the show there, I would say like, yo, this showcase is fire. This showcase is like pure fire, bro. That would be me. But let's talk about the standout games. They started off the show showing a game that I did not see coming. They were definitely right about this. I did not see this coming. Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
We getting
Prince
a
fucking
new
Persia.
Prince of Persia, yo, J-Man. It looks
The
good
Lost
too.
Crown. 2D side-scrolling action platformer Prince of Persia with Metroidvania elements. I'm sold. I'm sold.
It looked good.
Sold. That's right up my alley. I love the Prince of Persia IP. Even though, they were supposed to be remastering Prince of Persia or remaking.
I'm not mad at this either, to be honest.
But that's probably in development hell, so they probably need some more money. And so it was like, let's push out this 2D side-scrolling game, get some money and shit like that, so we can pour it into the remake/remaster. I'm not mad at this. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's supposed to be coming out January 18th of 2024. Looks good.
It looks really good. Another Ubisoft original. Definitely gonna be picking up this absolutely day one. I'm looking forward to this joint. It's coming out for Nintendo Switch, Series X, Xbox One. So it's a cross-gen title, and it's also coming out to Luna, a streaming service. I think that's Amazon's streaming service.
That is the one that's next to go. I don't know that a single person that play on fucking Luna. I've never even heard of anybody say, "Yo,
they're gonna learn about this cloud gaming shit that nobody wants that shit, bro." They're gonna learn that like there's literally five mans that play on cloud, bro. Like. They're really gonna learn.
Stadia had its stands, the Google Stadia stands. But if you're playing on Amazon Luna, you just what they call them, Amazon lunatics. Like you fucking crazy. Ain't nobody trying to play that shit.
Yeah,
that shit out of here, man.
And the next game that they showed to me was the game of the show. I don't care what nobody says. This was the game of the show. Yeah. Mortal Kombat 1 looks absolutely fantastic. Everything about this looks so great. Ed Boon came on to explain what's going on here. Pretty much the franchise has been rebooted. We got Liu Kang as like the sun god, and kind of created his own universe or some shit like that. And everything's everything's different now. So like we got like Scorpion and Sub-Zero being actually siblings instead of like rivals. and stuff
I
like
thought
that.
they was always siblings.
Rivals from like different clans. Like I believe the story goes like I believe someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the story goes like Sub-Zero killed one of like Scorpion's like brother or some shit like clan man, and they had like eternal beef or something like that. Someone killed one of their family members, and they have like eternal beef or some shit like that.
I think it was like that in the that recent Mortal Kombat movie, where I think one of them had killed one of their like the whole family. The storyline, the whole clan.
The game storyline is something similar to like that. It's like something similar to that. Like, and they have like eternal beef. Then I think like Scorpion came back and killed like one of the Sub-Zero. Then Sub-Zero's brother came. It's one of them type of shit. Like one of them type of.
So those Bloods and Crips.
Yeah, it's one type of shit. But now they brothers now.
Blood and Crips.
It's something like that. Something like that. I might be a little bit wrong on that, but something along the lines like that. But it was pretty cool to see. It seems like Raiden in this game is like training, which he's supposed to be like one of the gods out, you know, of the Earth realm. And he seems like he's training with like, I believe that might be, I think that's Kenshi, the blind swordsman.
I think it is.
It's just really cool. I'm really liking the whole cameo aspect to the game, where like the whole assist characters and how you can like combine it with your combos and stuff like that. It shit looks really fucking good, bro. Really good. The fatalities also look brutal. I can't wait to play the game, Jmaine. Are you into Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, it's like Street Fighter. Mortal Kombat is, you know, one of those games that I'm gonna just fucking pick up just to fuck around with. But I also like what they do with the Mortal Kombat story. Like I like that it seems like they really put some time and effort into it. So it's definitely something that I want to play through as well. And with the whole shit being like rebooted,
the story modes are good.
Yeah, with the shit being rebooted into, you know, Liu Kang being the god. Liu Kang's like one of my favorite characters too. So him being the god of this, you know, this storyline. It looks awesome, and I like you said, I like that tagging system. I forgot what they called it, something with a K.
Cameo. I think they call it cameos. Or
cameo, yeah. I think it is, yeah. Where they you know, you tag them in and they help you with combos, and it looked like they even got cameo fatalities as well, where two characters is just tearing the motherfucker up. Like shit look incredible, crazy. Bro. All the blood is there, all the brutality is there. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with these costumes, because I'm seeing a lot of clothing articles on these characters, especially the women. I need them to, you know,
you need the OG
shed a few layers, back? Please. Yeah. I need them to shed a few layers. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some, you know, nice physics on these women, bro, and I want them to shed a few layers.
I used to actually be really big on Mortal Kombat. Like I explained before, like my earliest memories of video games was on the Sega Genesis. My brothers had that. We played Sonic 2 and Mortal Kombat 2, right? Yep. So I was really big fans of those two franchises growing up. So I did play a lot of the games growing up, from Deception, Deadly Alliance, Armageddon, Shaolin Monks. Like these are all games. Mortal Kombat 4 on the 64. I remember playing that shit. Ultimate. I played all of them games back in the day. Like obviously, recently I'm not so much super big into the franchise. Like I haven't been so deep into it. But back in the days, like the 6th generation, 5th generation times, I was super big into Mortal Kombat. And to see how the franchise have evolved and lasted the test of time to this is super dope to see. You know? So I can't wait to dive into this one. Out of all the fighting games, played Street Fighter a little bit. I kind of wanna get back into Mortal Kombat like I used to like play back in the day. I really do. You know, the franchise has always been super dope. Cool story modes. They even had dope mini games back in the day. I don't know if you remember. I believe it was Mortal Kombat Armageddon, where they had like a kart racer too. You could do like Mortal Kombat. It was like a kart racing mini game in the game. Was super dope. I believe it was Armageddon that did that. I think so.
Shit, maybe they bring some stuff like that back.
Like
a lot of goofy fun shit like that.
You know, this franchise has always been good with the content when it comes to like adding shit to the game, from like the crypt and all of that stuff. I always thought that shit was super dope. That what Mortal Kombat used to do. So, day one, and I think this was the standout game at the showcase to me personally. It was super dope. Super.
Yeah. Dope. It's coming out September, I think. What they say? September 28th?
September
17th? September 19th. Okay. That's what it is. Here we go.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We got a first look at Alan Wake 2. Jmaine, break it down.
Yes. So I'm gonna set the record straight. I actually never beat the first Alan Wake.
Really?
No, but I do plan on playing it, especially with the way two is looking. I heard it was good. They gave it. They had the remake, or was it remastered?
Remaster on yeah, they brought it to next gen. Yeah, PS4 or some shit like that. Yeah.
Sam Lake came on the stage and he was talking about how they were going more survival horror with this. Pretty much, it's looking like Resident Evil. It's a lot of Resident Evil vibes. Definitely getting that. But the fucking game looks beautiful to me. Like when the chick was walking through the like the forest and stuff like that before she got to like the house that she was ultimately investigating, because like they said, it's going to be two characters that you can control, Alan Wake and this other like FBI agent.
I think her name was Saga or something weird, like Saga, right? Wasn't it a lot of Saga?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think you're right on that. Yeah, Saga. She but the environment looks fucking amazing. Like the way the wind was like blowing and you saw like the trees moving and the grass moving and leaves flying all around. And then like when she gets into the cabin or whatever, or the house that she's investigating, you know, the ambiance and the sound was good when like the deer was running through, and then ultimately the enemy came bursting through the wall. Like you see all like the destruction and stuff like that. And one thing I love to give Remedy credit for, especially with Control, is how destructible the environment was, and just like throwing things around and how everything had like, you know, physics to it. So for them to carry that over, and they got fucking reload animations where the clip falls out and bullets fall onto the floor. Shit look good, man. It look good.
It's good to see the flashlight. I'm just looking at the trailer now. It's good to see like the flashlight gameplay is back, because in the first Alan Wake, that was like a key gameplay mechanic in the game where you use your flashlight to like kind of like stun the enemies or like kind of veil the enemies a little bit before you can like actually shoot them and kill them. So it's cool to see that.
Oh, okay. So was it like to reveal their weak spots or something like that?
I don't look. It's been a while since I played Alan Wake, but it's something like that. Like you use the flashlight to kind of like, because your bullets wouldn't do any damage without you using the flashlight to like uncover them or unveil them. I'm pretty sure that's how it went with the original Alan Wake. So it's good to see like that gameplay is translated over, and this one's focusing on more survival horror, so it's going to be a lot more creepier. And I'm looking forward to it. The way that they explain that you're going to be playing these two different campaigns and they're kind of intertwined between the two characters, I think that's going to make for some cool, interesting gameplay, and I'm looking forward to this game. Another game that can't wait to play, coming out this year, Alan Wake 2.
Hopefully, don't get delayed, man. I find it hard to believe it's coming out this year, but
why? They must have been cooking this for some time now, bro. Why you feel like this game is so far out like that?
I don't know. Like, I just feel like the way they announced it, and then like it's already coming out like in 4 months, and I feel like we just saw it. Right? That is how it's supposed to be, but I'm not used to it being like that. I'm not used to that. Usually when stuff like that happens, it's like we're gonna get it delayed to about February, March, and it'll be out then. But I hope it sticks. It'd be a perfect game for October too. So yeah, I wanna play the first one. I probably play it in October to do a couple streams, get through that leading up to Alan Wake 2. That would be dope.
Yeah. The next high point of the showcase was quite a surprise to me. I did not expect to hear any Spider-Man news at the Game Awards, Jmaine. I did not. Ooh. I thought we were going to get a state of play with all this information.
Yeah.
I did not expect to see this at all. So pretty much what we got is an official release date, an official box art, which looks fucking amazing. I love the box art of this.
You see Peter with the symbiote crawling up his arm, but he's still in that advanced suit, shooting the black web. Then Miles got the blue Venom powers coming.
I need a physical copy of this. I need it. I need to collect this. This shit looks so fire. So we got that. The game's coming out October 20th, 2020.
They ducking smoke. They ducking smoke.
So, David, I didn't want to come out and say it. I did not.
Starfield smoke. The rumors were September. They must have got a peek at the Starfield showcase that's coming up on Sunday.
David, I think the Starfield gonna hit, bro. I think something is telling me. Something is telling me the Starfield's gonna hit, bro. Something is telling me.
I'm rescinding my bet. It's over.
If it gets at 90, that'll be the biggest W of the year. Because I made a poll. I made a poll saying, am I gonna win this bet? Everyone said no. I'm gonna lose this bet. If I win this bet, Jmaine, that's the biggest W of the year for me, bro. Biggest W of the year. So, but something tells me that this game's it has to hit, Jmaine, bro. It has to.
Oh, I was looking forward to them two duking it out. I ain't gonna lie. Spider-Man and Starfield in September. That would have been fun.
It's gonna be.
I'm just happy we got a release
Starfield.
date, though.
Starfield is the biggest. I believe is the most wishlist game on Steam currently.
Yeah, it's
On
gonna be
Steam
big
right now. It's gonna be a big release. I'm letting y'all know right now. This ain't no small release. It's gonna be a huge release, especially on PC. Especially on PC.
Yeah, of course.
Huge release.
Bethesda games and PC. Yeah, the community is. I think it's the biggest over there.
Yeah, exactly. With all the mods and all the shit, right? So,
so on the over on the PlayStation blog too. Yeah. Okay. What was you about to say?
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to detail some more things they announced over on the PlayStation blog with the pre-order bonuses, which get you additional 2 early suits. Well, 2 early unlock suits. Yeah, them suits look fucking crazy. There's one for Miles and one for Peter. Each of them have 3 different color variants, including the main color that it come with. And the shit, they have hoods on in these suits, almost looking like, kind of look like Assassin's Creed a little bit, but also giving me like Spider-Gwen vibes too, especially if you just recently seen Across the Spider-Verse. So who knows? They did a few years ago. They hinted that who said Spider-Gwen or Gwen Stacy was dead in this universe. So I don't know. Maybe they tease something with another dimension, and she pops up in this game.
What? I would love to see that be like the next theme for like Spider-Man 3 if they dabble into the multiverse with like multiple Spider-Mans, because they clearly can, right? They have all the costumes and stuff like that for like Spider-Punk and Spider-Man Remastered and stuff like that. So that'd be a really cool concept to see if they dive into the multiverse in the future. But like you said, these costumes look amazing. I cannot wait to play this game, bro. Oh my god, bro. I cannot wait to play this game.
And the deluxe edition come with an extra 10 costumes. Looks like it's early unlocks as well. 5 for Miles and 5 for Peter. Some of those look fire as well.
PlayStation Canada, if you're watching this video, I'm gonna need y'all to send me the collector's edition, like how y'all sent me the collector's edition of God of War, bro. I will not talk about no puddles or nothing at all. You have my word. You have my word.
Yo, Puddlegate Part 2. It's lit.
Look at this statue is so ill, bro.
Oh, the Venom statue. Yeah, that comes with the collector's edition.
Bro. Even the steelbook looks sick, yo. I need it. I need
that fight with Venom, dog. And I don't know. They were talking about who Venom is in the game. I think he said it's not Eddie Brock, or maybe he hinted at it might be somebody we don't expect it to be. Some.
It could be
because right now I'm thinking
some people say it's Harry. Someone says Eddie.
I'm thinking it's Harry right now, but I don't know. The way he was talking make it seem like it's not.
Well, this is not spoilers, but the game is old now. But at the ending of Spider-Man, right? Wasn't Harry in some sort of tube? Wasn't the symbiote all over him, or no? Was not the symbiote all over him?
It looked like it. Yeah,
it looked like it, right? So maybe it's Harry, bro. But
then
weird.
It could be a case where
the whole kind of Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, doesn't that kind of fuck up that though?
Well, if it's they're telling their own story, so it could be different. How we get to, like, maybe I don't know, maybe there is no Hobgoblin or something.
You know what's interesting? You know what?
Or maybe it's not. I don't think it's Harry, because maybe the symbiote rejected him. Like maybe they were trying to use it to help, maybe get him better, and maybe it rejected him, and that's why it eventually latches on to Peter.
It could be Craven, but I'm so curious how this shit is gonna work out, because are you gonna have symbiote Peter the entire game, or only partial of the game? Like, are you gonna design are you gonna make all this whole cool symbiote gameplay just for a piece of the game? Right? You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely not the whole game. They said that in the interview.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they said it's not the whole game.
Oh, so he only has that for a time period then.
Yeah, which is why I think that symbiote section that we saw is early on, like maybe a quarter way into the game, and then he might.
How about if you missed the black suit though? Like, are they gonna give us, like, when you beat the game, like, you can still use a black suit possibly, maybe for like the end game?
Probably, yeah, for like the end game stuff. Yeah,
right?
yeah. The way they promoting it, like, you better be able to use that shit after the fact in the open world and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. But it's cool. Yeah, people are saying, yo, what the fuck, Sony? Like, how do y'all not show all of this during your showcase and bring it to the game?
Yeah, with the release date and all of that. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't get that. Like, clearly they had the release date because this is what 2 weeks after their showcase.
They probably just
had it.
They probably you know, Jeff Keighley probably got on his knees
and begged.
He begged PlayStation for something. He's like, you know what? We'll give you guys the release date. Maybe that's what just happened. You know, so,
right?
You know,
yeah, it was. So thinking about the Sony showcase, like my problems with the Sony showcase is bigger than fucking the Spider-Man release date, but that would have helped it out at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
it wouldn't have saved the show. Like, yeah, you're right. Like,
yeah,
that
it would have
just
helped it a little bit. But you know what I'm saying? So like, why wasn't that there? But maybe they thought they had a banger of a showcase, so they're like, you know what? Let's take that release date off. Give it to Jeff. Maybe he gave them some money. He got a lot of eyes on this too. So you know how he talks and comes out and says his showcases, they get a lot of views and stuff like that. So, you know, it makes sense, but it's like, damn, that could have helped you out too.
Yeah. All right, so let's move it on. Cool. Spider-Man got a release date. We buying that day one. You already know what it is. I want to talk about Liza P. Jmaine.
Liza Phil.
don't do that.
My fault. Damn, I thought my mic was muted. My bad.
This game has been getting a whole lot of attention. And I'm sitting back like, bro, this is like a knockoff. We want Bloodborne 2. I'm sitting back kind of hating on the low. And the last time I seen gameplay of Liza P, I thought the world looked kind of flat. I thought the gameplay didn't look too good. Jmaine, they gave us another trailer of Liza P, and they shadow dropped the demo today on all platforms. I installed the demo, Jmaine, and I played it. I got to the boss before I had to come over here. Jmaine, let me tell you this. This is one of the most fluid games, or like From Software games, like Souls games, whatever they called, I've ever played, bro. This shit, I was just blown away how good the controls were. I thought this shit was gonna play like ass. The controls were so fucking solid. I was getting 120 frames per second on PC. I had ultra wide support. The visuals also were fantastic. I was surprised. I'm like, damn, goddamn, like the graphics are actually good too. So I'm a little bit taken aback because I never expected to like this game that much. I didn't expect it. Yeah. And now it's one of my most anticipated games. Like, I'm really looking forward to playing this game. It's really fucking good. From what I played so far, it's really, really fucking good. And it's releasing day one on Game Pass. I don't even think I'm buying this shit outright, bro. This shit is really fucking good. Did you get to try it?
No, I downloaded it on Xbox, but I always been looking forward to this game. When I first seen it, I ain't going for it. It gave me a little bit of Bloodborne vibes because of the setting that it's in. And then of course it's a Souls-like game as well. But looking at the gameplay and stuff like that, I thought it always looked pretty cool. Some of the mechanics that they added, you know, it's not just like beat for beat Souls-like in terms of like the combat. It's a lot of different cool mechanics and different items and stuff that he uses to get across the map or get across the level and stuff that he's on. But the this is pretty much right now. This is we got Bloodborne at the house. Like if you ask your mom for McDonald's and she said we got McDonald's at the house. This is the closest we're gonna get. All right. Bloodborne 2 is not happening. A Bloodborne remaster remake is not happening. This is the closest we're gonna get. So I'm gonna cherish this game as if it was. So I downloaded the demo. I'm gonna check it out after the show here today. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I'm playing that on Game Pass. On Game Pass.
Nah, if I really like a game, I drop the bread, bro. I'm gonna buy it, bro. If I really
got it on my PC and my Xbox.
I need that. But this was also I also had to come out and say that the gameplay is amazing. Go ahead and check out the demo. I haven't tried it out on consoles, but on PC it runs incredible too. It runs incredible on PC. Another standout game from the Summer Game Fest was Sandland. If you don't know, Sandland is I believe it's an old school manga that Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, made. I think he made this prior to Dragon Ball. I don't think this is new. I think he made this prior to Dragon Ball.
Really?
I think so.
That art style definitely stood out to me when I seen that shit. I'm like, oh yeah.
You already know, like when you see his work, you already know when you see. I believe this came out before, right? Actually, no, I lied. No, I lied. No,
2000.
It's after. Yeah, it's after.
Yeah.
It's after. Yeah. So
it seems like I had a short run.
you had a short run. It's a short
May
run.
22nd to August. Only one volume.
Yeah, it's a short run. It's a short run.
So is it is it completed or was it like did it end? Like
you know what? I'm
I don't
not
know.
too sure. I've always heard about this shit, but I never read it myself. I believe they're coming to do a anime adaptation of it soon, though. I think it's getting an anime adaptation. Maybe that's why this game is even coming out, and they're like, hold on. I think they're doing an anime of it soon. I know I seen that somewhere. Oh, it's supposed to be released August 2023. You see? They're doing an anime adaptation coming out soon.
Oh yeah, I see it. August 18th, 2023. Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, maybe I'll check that out then. Maybe I can get, more excited for it. Because I like
the
that,
art style.
That art style and shit like that. But the trailer didn't really do too much for me. Like I want to see more. Like I want to see more gameplay and stuff, how it operates. Maybe like a nice little demo. But this I'm gonna keep my eye on it. Because like I said, I like that art style.
I'm a fan of Akira Toriyama and his work, so I'm automatically interested in this game. It seems like a big open world where you do some action adventure. It's like an action adventure game. It seems like it doesn't even look like RPGs. It looks like some open world action adventure with cool like tanks and machinery and stuff like that. It seems like a game I would check out still. Like I said, I'm a fan of Akira Toriyama, so I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna check this out. So this game stood out to me. Did it get a release date? No,
I don't think so.
They just say stay tuned, so we hear about it more later. And I guess the last game I want to mention, is the show closer, Jmaine.
Yeah. Even I didn't think this was gonna be here.
I did not expect this.
He did that dick tease.
Yeah, after that troll that he did,
I was like, this nigga's a dickhead.
Yeah, after that troll that he did, I did not expect it to be here. And we got another look at Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We didn't get no solid release dates, but we did get confirmation that it's coming out early 2024. And Square Enix is showing out for PlayStation, bro. They showing out for PlayStation right now with Final Fantasy 16 and
they
this.
pimping the fuck out of that PS5, dog. That's the motherfucking. That's his hole right there.
You know what I mean? Because if you really take it in without Square Enix doing all of this, PlayStation's lineup will be definitely looking sparse.
Dry. Now Insomniac and Square Enix, boy. That shit would be dead. Because this year, Forspoken, however you feel about it, is still a thing. And then Final Fantasy 16, both from Square Enix, and then Spider-Man, and then Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Motherfucking, this shit gonna be on 2 discs, brother.
That was the craziest thing to me, yo. That was the craziest thing to me, that we're actually getting a modern game on 2 fucking discs, bro. They're not even making us download none. They're actually releasing this game on 2. It's restoring the feeling. They're trying to make it like the OG games when you had 4 discs to pop in and shit like that on the PS. The
PS1 version. What was that? 2 disc or was that 3?
It was either 3 or 4, one or the other, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. But it seems like we're gonna be outside of Midgard and the open world and stuff like that. So, I mean, it would make sense that it's 2. Seems like it's gonna be a big ass game.
It's gonna be massive. It's gonna be massive.
Sheesh. See, it looks good.
I'm not gonna sit here and cap. When it comes to Final Fantasy VII story, I don't know what the fuck going on, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, enjoyed the fuck out of it too, because the gameplay was solid. But as for all the mumbo jumbo they talking about, Jmaine, all I know is those guys, they're trying to destroy some factories or some shit like that, and shit went left, yo. That's all I know about. When it comes to the storylines of Final Fantasy VII, I don't understand what the fuck going on, bro. I ain't gonna pretend like I know what the fuck going on in Final Fantasy story, but I do enjoy the gameplay. The gameplay is super dope, super dope. Especially in the remake, I enjoyed that.
Shit, early 2024. See more characters in action and stuff like that. Red 13, more team ups with like Yuffie. I know she was added with the I think she was added in the DLC. Intermission? Integrate. Integrate. Like that, yeah. So seeing them come together more, the story play out, Sephiroth.
I definitely do want to run back Integrate.
Yeah.
I want to replay that and do the expansion part, because I actually never played that part of it, but I did beat the original game on PS4 or like the remake. But I never
Oh,
played the expansion. Have you tried the expansion?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
Yeah, I never played the expansion myself, so I want to go back. I do have a physical copy on PlayStation. I'm gonna get back to it when I have the time, bro. One at a time. But I was surprised to see this there, and they closed out the show.
Me too. I thought the ending was going to be Death Stranding too. You know how
I thought it
and
was gonna be Cyberpunk.
Jeff Keighley get on.
Oh
yeah, that was another good guess that people were saying that it was going to be Cyberpunk at the end. Damn, what do you think that might be? Xbox, because I think the original Cyberpunk shit was at Xbox. Yeah, when Keanu Reeves got on stage, I think that was at Xbox. So yeah, they probably do the same thing for this, but Death Stranding too. Interesting. I wonder what that might be at the Game Awards then.
We got one super chat donation. This one's from that guy Gabs. He says, "What's your opinion on the new Twitch guidelines?" I'm actually not informed in this. I don't know anything about the Twitch guidelines. What did they do that was new, Jmaine? Do you know?
The fuck did they change? Something about.
I would have to go research it. I don't even know what.
I don't know if this is new, but I think they said like if you stream on Twitch, at least this is Ninja.
If you're an affiliate. No, I heard if you're affiliate and you want to like break your contract, they charge you $25. I read that.
Oh yeah, $25.
I read that somewhere.
Yeah. But they walked it back. But I do think for some streamers, like they can't stream on multiple platforms at the same time.
Okay, I see.
As they're streaming on Twitch. I don't know if that's for everybody or if that's just for like, the bigger names and stuff like that. But yeah, they doing anything possible that they can to like fuck it up over there, man.
Yeah, it seems
and then you got these other come up ones.
Yeah, Kick is really scooping up a lot of the talent from Twitch. Some of their biggest streamers giving them the bag. And a lot of people are moving over to Kick. So that's interesting to see if Kick actually could stand on its own too. But Twitch has been fucking up for some time now. So
yeah, I don't think it's ever going to be a situation where somebody overtakes Twitch. Like I don't know. They stumble and then people just still there. So I don't know. Yeah. Kick gonna have to do something major. And I don't know. We'll see.
People don't know how hard it is to move an audience over, bro. Like it really is. It's really hard to move an audience over to convince them to
That's what Ninja was saying.
New account and start up somewhere. When Ninja went to Mixer, I'm pretty sure his views weren't the same. You know what I'm saying? Like as where he established himself. So it's a really hard thing to do.
Ninja said he don't even make money on Twitch and he still be streaming over there because of the audiences there.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
Yeah. And honestly, those are the best announcements from the Summer Game Fest. I know like a Yakuza game also got like revealed there too.
Oh yeah, like a Dragon Gaiden.
Yeah, I think
that should look fire, man. I really wish I was into the Yakuza series, man. Because that game look good.
It's just long, yeah. I need to sit down.
There's so many fucking games, and then each one is like smash shit. I'm like, no, I can't.
It's up my lane too. That's a funny thing. It's up my lane, but it's just like I don't have the time to play this shit, bro. Like I would have to dedicate like a year just to play all the Yakuza games. Like literally, bro. Like I don't know, bro.
Oh, they new Sonic 2D game, Sonic Superstars.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention
pretty good.
that. It's the new Sonic game, bruh.
That was shocking.
I was surprised to see this.
The last 2D Sonic game we had was it Mania?
Yeah, it was Mania. And they re-released like the collection called like Origins of like the Sonic games.
Right.
That's one, but this shit look good, man. This shit look good. But Jmaine, I saw something. I don't know if it's true. It could be
about this game.
Yeah, I saw something. Apparently, there's a listing saying it's literally a full retail price game.
$70.
$70.
Sheesh. Ain't this shit cross-gen? What the fuck?
$70, bro. So
hopefully
good luck with that.
Hopefully that was a mistake.
Hopefully that's a mistake. Because good luck with that. With that, bro.
We good, Chief. We good. We catch that.
I like Sonic. Been a fan for a long time, but $70? I don't know, man. I
don't even think Sonic Mania was a full price game, and that shit was fire.
It wasn't.
Yeah, they bugging.
But if this game is priced appropriately, I will be buying this game. If it's priced appropriately.
Yeah.
Because I do like Sonic.
I'm trying to see. That was pretty much the show, though.
That was it.
Oh, they showed it. They showed a few TV show trailers, Witcher 3 and Twisted. That Twisted Metal shit. I don't. I'm
I haven't
nervous.
watched it.
I'm
I
nervous
never
about
watched it.
Twisted Metal.
That
Yeah,
shit's
that shit
gonna
was
get canned,
stupid.
bro.
Goofy as fuck. It's coming out already. Like that shit is. I got a release date.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the TV show Twisted Metal. I think it
cut
come
off
out
the stream at that
July.
point. Really?
Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Where is it? Twisted Metal. Yeah, I think it comes out on Peacock in July. But they have yet to show any of like the car combat stuff. It's just all been this goofy ass
jokes.
See, yeah, like they have fucking Two-Face and the fighting with the main character who is Tupac. Tupac from the Biggie movie. But they fighting with him and then they singing the thong song and shit together. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But that was it. That was a showcase, guys. And like I said, this was the best Summer Game Fest show that they have done so far. And like Jmaine said, when I was watching your live stream, I do want to pull up to one of these years, maybe next year. Man, it's gonna be a little thing, and we can all link up in LA. I have family down in LA too.
For sure.
So we all could link up and go to one of these conferences.
So I think this was the first time he did a live audience for Summer Games Fest. Yeah. And I went on the website to like, because you could still buy tickets up until damn near show start time, and it wasn't expensive, like $40 for like somewhere in the middle.
In the future, maybe in the future we could plan some. See if we all can go
for sure.
up there.
I know the Iron Lords be out there. I saw Attic in the front row actually watching it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He was in the front row. Him and Cognito and a couple of the Iron Lords. So they was out there.
Dope. Shout out to them boys, yo. That's dope. That's dope.
For sure.
But yeah, I would, if I had to give this thing a grade, like I came into Summer Game Fest thinking it was gonna be garbage because every Summer Game Fest was garbage. So I had honestly my expectations were really really low, but I was pleasantly surprised with what I saw for the most part with some of the game reveals. Like we were saying, the first half was a lot better than the second half, but they closed off the show with a pretty big game that we didn't expect to be there. If I were to give this Summer Game Fest a ranking, I would say a C+ myself.
C+, yeah.
Not
Xbox, mad at it.
It's time. It's time for y'all.
The fucking bar is in hell, Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox. We don't. Honestly, like,
you ain't got to do much.
You don't got to do much. You don't got to do much to really impress, and hopefully, y'all at least do the bare minimum, so we can say, Xbox got the best showcase this year. At least we could say that and give y'all a dub.
Yeah, with the Persona announcement, Starfield, if it's banging. And then they do one other banging thing, and they got it. Like,
they kind of got it already, bro. They showed gameplay for Hellblade. Yeah, for real, bro.
Yeah, Hellblade gameplay looking fire. Like
that's what I'm saying. I hope, you know what? I really really and truly hope their showcase doesn't leak on the internet, because I feel like that would ruin a lot of the excitement during viewing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a shame that the Persona shit got leaked, because I don't care what nobody said. I feel like that would have been a big announcement for them to unveil that during their conference live while everybody's watching, but it's unfortunate. So hopefully the rest of the showcase is under wraps, and we don't hear anything until Sunday. But with that being said, we're gonna wrap up the podcast. It was a pleasure. Yes, sir. Shout out to everyone who came through. Shout out to everyone who hit the like button. You know what I mean? If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit it, man. It ain't gonna kill you. I appreciate all the support. Me and Jmaine appreciate the support y'all been showing us for good gaming. And we will be back next week.
Next week, we'll be talking about that. Well, yeah, we're talking about the Xbox shit. So
yeah, but we should be.
There's a few other showcases.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be doing no live reactions to like the Capcom showcase or anything like that. But I will be doing a live reaction. I'm sure Jmaine's gonna be doing a live reaction himself to the Xbox showcase this Sunday. So make sure y'all tune in to both of our streams, all right?
And then we could link up in like the Discord and shit.
We'll link up in the Discord.
Initial thoughts and shit.
Yep, like we did with the PlayStation Showcase. So we'll see you guys on Sunday, all right? Y'all be safe and y'all have